Thank you for tuning in to Single, Celibate, and Unemployed. And I'm your host, Lacine Safari. And today's topic is do's and don't when doing a road trip. One thing I also realized too is if you're taking one of those days to go see a site and you want to sightsee and things of that nature, I would say a good day to do that is a good day to do that is Sundays. Most things are probably closed on Sundays. But if you have a day of rest, I say rest on Sundays. People want to rest on the Sabbath, you can do that as well. I say this because on Sundays, hardly any mechanics are open. So if you're there driving and like, oh, something happened to your vehicle and you're being responsible, most likely it's kind of difficult finding a mechanic on Sundays. A lot of them are closed, they close early, things of that sort. So you don't want to be in a position where you're actually doing everything correctly. It's just that you couldn't find a mechanic. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Keep. All right. So some of you guys, some troopers, like, yeah, I'm one of those people, I used to be, where I would drive and see how far my gas would take me. Like, I would be on almost E and be like, let me see how far this car can go. Not while you're doing a road trip, my love. Not while you're doing a road trip. So, always fill up your tank when it's halfway. When it's half, find a gas station and get gas for your tank, okay? Do not wait till it's quarter. Oh, I can make it. There's always gonna be this little mind like, oh, you can make it, don't worry. Go to the gas station, fill up, make sure it's a well-lit gas station too, not like some dingy when you're unsafe to get gas. If you're highly unsafe or you feel like this is not what I wanna do, I would say avoid going in, make sure your card works, and most importantly, have some cash on you, all right? I'm not saying have enough for people to rob you. What I'm trying to say is have enough to fill up a couple tanks of gas, okay? Because some places do not have, or their machine is down, or things of that nature, or you're passing through a toll and they don't take debit cards, they take cash. So what I'm saying is have cash on you as you're traveling. Let's make it home safely. Let's travel safely. Let's have fun while traveling, but just take all the precautions. So, another good tip is for you selfie taking, TikTok recording people, all right? Anyone. As you are driving, avoid recording yourself, because some people like, I want to record my road trip while I'm driving. How about let's make it home alive, all right? So do not record unless you have it propped on the car, stationed, and it's just recording without you holding anything. So even that can be distracting. So you can record a little bit, yeah. Try not to look too much and avoid the road, because as you're driving, especially cross countries, tend to be a lot of tractor trailers on the road. Be mindful of your surroundings, make sure you're safe. And so if you want to take a picture, which I highly do not encourage by any chance, pull over, put on your hazardous lights, take a picture. But I wouldn't recommend that at all. Keep your behind in the car and keep driving, all right? So sometimes you see beautiful clouds while driving, sometimes you see beautiful sceneries. And again, it's nice to take a picture. Be mindful of your surroundings, make sure you're safe. So the last thing is, on my road trip, I actually got into a car accident. Someone rear-ended me. So I'll talk about that one in my next video. Yeah, so I finished vlogging, but I forgot to add a few things. Pray for protection, first and foremost, as you are driving. Pray for covering on the road, off the road, sleeping, all that good stuff. So stay covered. And I remember mentioning something in regards to weirdos. So avoid picking up weirdos, talking to weirdos, but really avoid talking to strangers and people who are familiar, because some people, as they say, so don't think that crazy comes in a crazy bodily form, all right? So they can be handsome, cute, attractive, all that good stuff. So again, be mindful as you're traveling. And a side note, for those who are renting a car across the country to do a road trip, get your insurance. Get the insurance. Don't skimp on that like $20 extra insurance. Get that. Also, depending on which company you're renting from, because I know Enterprise does it, you can switch cars when you get to a certain stop. So for me, I perfectly didn't like driving one car all the way across the country. I don't know if it was like, is it going to hold up? You know, I didn't want the car to overheat or anything of that sort. So when I drove from New York, and when I reached to Wyoming, I ended up switching my car. So they really was the SUV, reloaded the SUV, and drove. So another important thing is look ahead at the road conditions. See what kind of roads you're going to be driving on, what to expect, if there's traffic ahead. So things of that sort, yeah. So have a safe travels, and thank you for tuning in to Single, Celibate, and Unemployed.